What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's happening, bro? What's happening?
All right, we got some mics going on. There's something going on here, guys. What's up, Cowboy Nation, the Cowboy headquarters, and welcome to the Cowboy Huddle. Where we come together in a huddle and we talk straight Cowboy talk. Here we are, Wednesday night. What's up, Wednesday? We're coming to you raw, straight, and uncut. Now, I got two heavyweight hitters here with me tonight. We got my man Dallas Cowboy Chris. What's up?
What's up, G? What's happening, baby?
And we got B2 Real Harris, DC4L. What's going on? How's everybody doing?
Man, doing wonderful, doing wonderful. I've been waiting all day for this, baby.
Yeah. I got
ready.
So yeah, man. So so we're gonna explain to the audience. So we decided to do this. We all talked about it, and we said, hey, man, since we're all big time fans, we need to be doing something together. So each one of these individuals have their own little podcast or platform. So and we all from the DFW. We are born and raised as Dallas Cowboys fans. So I have been watching my man Dallas Cowboy Chris on TikTok, and my man B2 Real. He's been on with me several times. So we decided to come together, man, and put this thing together. And we're going to try to put something together and try to figure out what's going on with our Cowboys. And we'll talk a little bit about the coaches. We'll recap about last week, and we'll do a little preview about this coming game this week. So I guess you guys can go ahead and introduce yourself real quick and let everybody know who you are. We'll start with you, Chris.
What's up, man?
Your mic is muted, I believe.
Hold on, let me get to that mic. Hold on, let me see. Can you hear me now?
Go ahead, B2 Real.
Yeah, man. What's going on? Is B2 Real, DC4L, man. Hey, look, number one Cowboy fan, G Hampton, man. Say he always on the scene with the news you can use, and we're just trying to get it out to the Cowboy fans because it's the only platform in the DFW where people can really say what they feel, and they real Cowboy fans. Everybody else, they be hated. And we gotta tell them what's real, man. We gotta tell them what's real.
Hey, Chris, what you call them?
Hey, I call them the other fans. The
other fans.
They're not haters, man. I keep telling y'all, the only NFL team that got more fans in the whole world is the Dallas Cowboys. And quit calling them haters. They are other fans. Okay?
Yeah.
Other fans.
Other fans.
The other fans of the Cowboys. That's who they are.
For sure, man. For sure. I saw this little meme, man, and somebody has showed that. They showed a stack of papers about this big, saying this is how much they know about their team, and this is how much they know about our team. And it's just where it is, man. But one thing I did notice: the more we win, the quieter they are.
Hey, but I like them loud, man, because a lot of them be talking out their butt anyway. They don't truly watch the game. They just watch the highlights and think they know everything about the Cowboys, and they don't. So, I like it when they loud. So, I argue with them all day. So it's not a problem.
So now you just had experience, Chris, you just had experience where you was at the Washington game and you was right next to who?
Jerry Jones, bro. Jerry Jones.
Jones.
I got hooked up for Christmas.
Wow, that's crazy.
Son for this very rich person. Okay. So they had called me and asked me if I wanted to go to the game. And I'm like, do I want to go to the game? you shouldn't even have to call me. You just come get me. Hey, man, we're on the way to the game. So, lucky enough, man, when we got in the suites, literally our suites was right next door to Jerry Jones. And, man, it was just an experience, man. And, just to see, to live that sweet life, Hey, I lived the life of a baller for one game.
Hey, I understand, man. But I still say the best seats are the ones in front of the television.
Yeah. Hey, you see how many I got in this joint,
Oh, yeah. I've been to his spot, man. Hey, this dude got his place hooked up, man. So, I think that's a good thing, man, that being around other diehard Cowboy fans and, so be too real. How long you been a Cowboy fan, man? Tell us a little bit.
Man, I'm going to keep it a buck. I've always been with the home team, but it wasn't until about 13 years ago I just really started going hard with them boys, man, and I I started following them real tough, and tried to get all the knowledge I could because there's a lot of other fans, as Chris
Other
called
fans,
on the job, and I just had to defend them boys because how you from here, you're an American. Why don't you like the America's team? So I had to really dive in a little bit deeper and see what all the riffraff was about. So
yeah.
Now I'm in there.
Yeah. So we want to explain to the audience, man. We want you guys to post your questions, your comments, because we're going to try to answer some of the questions, and we'll probably display your comments right across the screen here. We're not going to try to stay on here too long. We're going to probably get about an hour of your time, but we decided to do this on Wednesday night. It's going to be called What's Up Wednesday. So we're going to all bring something to the table and, talk about our Cowboys. And fellas, where it's looking right now, I'm still a little bit upset. I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a little bit upset, man.
Hey, G, you got to let it go, man. You got to let it go. Okay. And this is why I say that, man. It's a long season. It's at the end because the most important game is week after next. Okay. Of course, I know why you upset because we should have beat the Cardinals. We should have beat them. Okay. But you can't let it hang on to you, baby, man, because that's when the other fans be at you. Okay. They see you down, right? So they're gonna keep attacking you, You can't let them see you. You can't let them see you sweat, baby.
Hey, I agree. Hey, I think me and Be Too Real, we have to deal with it. As long as we win and we go to work and we win it, I tell you, you can't find the other fans.
Listen, when we take a dub, it's so quiet in there. I'm telling you, I done heard a rat piss on cotton a couple of times. at least 11 times this year.
At least 11 times, man. Yeah, for sure, man. So I guess, guys, let's go ahead. I got a little format laid out here, man. I guess we could start recapping on last week's stats. So I'm gonna read a couple of stats to you guys and let you guys know what happened on last week if nobody had a chance to see what or read about what happened. So let's start with Dak. Dak went for 24 for 38 for 226, 3 TDs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cedric Wilson had 1 for 1 for 31 yards. The player of the game.
Well, Cedric Wilson was the player of the game.
I gave him that.
Okay.
So in rushing, we had Dak Prescott had 5 for 20. Mm-hmm. Ezekiel had 9 for 16.
Yeah, that's rough.
Tony Pollard had 3 for 9. Now these are not receiving yards.
Yeah,
these are rushing yards. So in the receiving department, Dalton Schultz had 6 for 54. CeeDee Lamb had 3 for 51. Tony Pollard had 3 for 49. Michael Gallup had 3 for 36. Cedric Wilson had 6 for 35. Amari Cooper had 3 for 18. And Zeke had 1 for 14.
Right.
Well, so with that being said, man, how y'all feel about them stats?
Well, this is how I feel about it. We lost. So, and those stats is proving why we lost. Okay. I don't think it was a hangover from the Washington game at all. I really think the Cardinals out-schemed us on offense and defense, okay? But I can say, now don't get me wrong, man, I am a super Dak fan. I love Dak Prescott, okay? But Dak missed a lot of wide open receivers, okay? I mean, a couple times Cooper was wide open, he missed him, okay? Right. A couple times Lamb was wide open, he missed him, okay?
Yeah.
So, we thought he was out of his slump, okay? but it seemed like he slid right back in it.
He said one slip. We said one slip, and I'm gonna get down to Dak. We gonna direct that attention straight to Dak in just a minute. But
okay,
be too real. What do you think about them stats, man?
Like Chris said, man, I think the stats proved our score. But I think that our stats kind of showed, like he said again, that we were out schemed. You look at the rhythm; we was unable to get rhythm going. We was unable to move the ball until the fourth quarter. And I just feel like that those stats were indicative of an L. You got they say the trio of wide receivers, and we didn't get one pass down the field further than 10 yards. That's unacceptable.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And then we got a dual back running system, and I read a stat today or heard a stat today where it says Ezekiel Elliott hasn't ran for over 57 yards since October the 17th. And
wow.
I just feel like that we really have to change that narrative that we can't run the ball, we can't move the ball down the field because we got an explosive offense, and we saw that against the Washington football team. I just feel like that Kellen Moore didn't call the plays to move the ball up the field.
Right. So, okay, and that's my point exactly, man. And here it is, so with that being said, a ship doesn't run by itself. Every ship has a captain. So let's talk about this captain, this fearless leader, Mike McCarthy. Now, wait a minute, man.
Hey, man. Hey, we talked last night. So,
well,
go ahead. Finish what you were saying, G. I'm sorry.
Well, and we're as good as our leader. And, we know that Mike McCarthy has a Super Bowl history. He has a good resume as far as his tenure in the league. He's actually won one Super Bowl and been in playoffs several times. But I'm still questioning the management. And my biggest deal is he holds this. Well, I think he only won one or two challenge out of probably 6 or 7, whatever. So it's just the management of the game. It's like it's indecisive to me. But again, I look at last year. We saw how bad Mike Nolan was last year, and personally, from what I saw, I didn't see anything where he had intervened to try to change the defense. It was like we went through the whole season with the same defense without any correction until after the season that we made change. So what I'm seeing now is like our offense, we actually have flip-flop. Last year, our offense carried our defense. This year, our defense is carrying our offense. So I feel like Here we are struggling with this offense, and this man is holding the playbook in his hand like this cup right on the sideline, and he's not intervening. So it's like, where do we go? I mean, I'm expecting more from Mike McCarthy. So guys.
I think we gotta realize and figure out who's who. We obviously know Dan Quinn is a defensive coordinator. We know that Kellen Moore is the offensive coordinator, and we know that Mike McCarthy is the head coach. But what are their jobs? Is Mike McCarthy going to step in when he sees that Kellen Moore play calling is not producing? Is he going to step in when he sees Dan Quinn's defense is slacking? I don't think he is, and I think that if we got a head coach that's going to be that passive, we should have kept Jason Garrett because he's Mr. Passive. He just claps better.
Hey, be real. I was thinking the same thing, right? When you was talking, I said he's acting like a chubbier Jason Garrett, So I'm a chubbier Chris, so I understand. But look, man, this is how it is, okay? The biggest problem I had with Jason Garrett was in-game adjustments, okay? So it seemed like it's the same thing with Mike. If you're the head coach, man, You go to your coordinator and say, man, stop that shit now and let's do something else, okay? Because he'll sit there, man, and he got his arm folded with his clipboard in his hand. He's sitting there, and I'm like, bro, you know that's not working, man. Okay, right. You're supposed to be an offensive dude, okay? You kept Kellen Moore. Of course, Jerry wanted you to keep him, but you kept him because you thought he could do the job. But when things aren't working, okay, when we're not running the ball efficiently, or we're not throwing the ball downfield like we should, as the head coach and as an offensive guy, you should step in and say, no, let's do something else, because there's no way the Dallas Cowboys should ever get out-schemed with all the talent they got on offense.
Right, absolutely. And I think another thing too, Chris and G, you know, the other fans, you know, they don't want to give credence to the coordinator position as the reason why we taking the L's that we taking, but the players, they doing what they're being schemed to do, you know, and when you look at it at the point loss total, it's not by much, you know, and so players are doing essentially what they can do to, you know, make this this game turn to a W. But if I'm calling on 3rd down and 10 a run out of shotgun or something crazy, it's gonna be very, very hard for me to move the ball up the field and get those 3 points we lose by.
And that's what, and you're right about that. I agree, young man. You are so right. He have something to say, let him say it. So yeah. But you know, and when you say that, Brent B, you know, one thing about Mike McCarthy, at the end of the game, how dare us to say we want to blame the officials? We want to blame the no, we had every opportunity. If we would have kept that timeout, we got our coach to where they went for. We had we had the kicking team. I mean, a field goal team out there, and they had the offense out there. Where is the management? So we had to burn a timeout to adjust. So that cost us from where we couldn't use our challenge when it was crucial to use it.
On that play, G. Okay, they going for the field goal, and then they decide to line up in a fake position. Aren't we still have nothing but defensive players on a fake field goal? So why do we need a timeout here? Okay, if we're still got our defensive players on the field, get in your damn position. Okay, you can audible out of anything. Okay, I just thought it was okay. How can you not see that on film? Because they did that once before. Okay. Now, as a special team coordinator, don't you supposed to see all their trick plays before? You supposed to be scheming? Do you practice that? Right. So,
was it a trick play?
It really wasn't, because all it is, Kyler Murray was still there, and then they moved their kicker to the wide receiver position. Okay. So to me, it wasn't a trick play, but of course they panicked, called timeout, and and then it cost us at the end of the game, because I've been pissed off all week too about them crying about the officials. I was like, man, come on, man, that's Pee-wee football, and that's your parents over there because you ain't good enough to play, and y'all get ass whooped. Okay?
Everybody but Michael Parsons. I think Michael Parsons kind of stood on his 10 toes and said, listen, we just got to play better. I think he took ownership of what they didn't do defensively and offensively and said, hey, I just think we need to play better. So shout out to Michael Parsons.
And I think that, the players are there to play better. But if we don't prepare better, this is what happens. Let me say this, and we're going to move on to Kellen Moore in just a minute. But, preparation is everything. And that starts with Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy said he's always in the running back room and, the offensive line. He tries to be a part. But, again, it's as if we took the sense of urgency from the Washington game and we just crumbled that up and said, well, we got to do something different. Yeah. But why not take that same energy, the up-tempo, run to the line, run the plays, move the ball, because we saw what happened in the fourth quarter. We went to the hurry up, the up tempo, we scored.
Right down the field. Went right down the field.
So again, now saying that Mike McCarthy says that, he believes in analytics, of the game and his percentages of certain plays and downs. Where was those people at when we needed them most? Who was to tell him, hey, I wouldn't put my, my field goal team, be cautious or something, I think the three first series we had, the first quarter, I think we punted 3 times. Is that right? In the first quarter, we punted 3.
Brian Anger's in the Pro Bowl, Gary.
Yeah, that's bad when you're punting.
I wonder why.
Yeah, that's really bad, man. That's
a lot. He's getting a lot of reps.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the one you don't want in the Pro Bowl. Is the punter.
But let me say this about when I went up to Oxnard, man. Let me say something. When I was out there in Oxnard, I didn't know who number 5 was, and I was sitting up in the stands, and they had this number 7. I forget who it was, and they had so number 7 kept punting them. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy here. I hope that ain't our punting. Everything was low and it was deep. And like, oh my gosh, he's out kicking the coverage and things like that. And this number 5 come out there, and when I say this guy can boot the ball, dude, he has hang time for real. And I knew right there, I said, God almighty, who is this kid, man? This kid here is something special. So I know he's been getting a lot of reps, but man, I seen him with my own eyes. This guy can boot that ball, man. So yeah, I'm gonna look at it like that. I sure hope it ain't because of how many times he had to punt the ball.
I look at it the other way. Look at it the other way. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So with that being said, again, Kellen Moore, our offensive coordinator. This is what? Oh, he's been here. Yeah, he's been here more than 10 years, 10 seasons. No, I don't think he's been that long.
He's been the offensive coordinator, I think, for 3 or 4 years.
Okay, yeah.
The play as a player 4, so 7 years total, probably. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So I'm still skeptical of the play calling, man. Personally, as a Pee Wee coach, and I'm not knocking this man or whatever, but just I have to game plan before a game. And I know this is comparing apples to oranges, but again, when there's competition in a chess game, it's all about preparation. So there's certain things that I see. Say, for instance, I'm always been a defensive coordinator. So if a team runs a trip right, I have to have a scheme for a trip right. If a team runs a wishbone, I have to have a scheme for a wishbone, okay? If a team runs a 5 wide, I have to have a scheme for that. So what I'm saying is, what I saw was the Cardinals continued to disguise their scheme, but a lot of it was blitzes. But my problem was, usually when you see blitz, the way you kill a blitz is screen passes. You get your little screen pass, and that makes them back out of the blitz packages. But I hadn't seen a screen pass, and I don't know how long, guys. And
not since Zeke scored a touchdown in Pittsburgh.
Exactly, for 70 some yards.
Yeah. Listen, when you got it was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of pressure on Dak Prescott Sunday afternoon when you got a lot of defensive men, Chandler Jones and other Buda Bakers and all them, coming through the line untouched. That's a problem.
Right.
Offensively or schematically, however you want to word it, when you drawing up plays to get two men on one defender and you allowing another one to come free, that's not going to bode well for a screen pass, a deep pass, a slant, or nothing, because he running for his life at that point, trying to get out the box, So I think Kellen Moore, he really just didn't do a good job as far as allowing the offensive line to protect Dak enough to get a real.
Well, it's not Kellen Moore. Yes, Philbin. Philbin is the guy. He's the offensive line coach. Now, I don't know. I guess we just stick with this zone blocking. I guess that's what you want to call it. But no, we didn't recognize the blitz well. And we can. And I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about when you get a holding call, the number one reason you get a holding call against you is because you're being beat.
Yeah, I'm an offensive lineman, so
yeah,
I played it my whole life. And if you don't move your feet, you get beat. Okay, and then what you got to do, you got to hold a man so he don't destroy your quarterback. Okay, so this is another thing about it too, man. When B, you was talking about how Buda Baker was flying in there untouched. Okay, that's a sight read too. Okay. I played ball, okay? That's a sight read, man. My quarterback should be like, okay, there's Buddha right there, okay? So Zeke is your best blocker, okay? So your sight read, and it's supposed to be hot, okay? If that safety coming off the end, it's a hot pass, okay? Michael Irvin made it famous. It's just a 5-yard slant. Boom, you hit him and go, okay? So
CeeDee Lamb could make it all day.
All day. So if my coordinator, my head coach, and my quarterback can't see that adjustment, that's a problem. Okay. Because man, I played ball, everybody played ball, coach ball, I did it all. Okay. But when we watch the game, we watch it more than fans, okay? Because everybody went to the school that John Madden taught you every day and all that. You went to college, and then your coach taught you what to do every day. And it's common sense. I told football players are the most intelligent players ever. I hate when people call them dumb because you got to be smart to play football. That's number one. And number two, if my quarterback and my coordinators aren't smart and make adjustments, that's what you get. Buda Breaker running free, making tackles, disrupting the whole offense, man. You got to be smart about it. Kellen Moore in the beginning of the season was very smart about it. All of a sudden, I think he overthinking himself. That's my opinion.
So, Felicia Parks just mentioned, is there ever a time that the players should say these plays are not working?
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, according to the press conference, it's always, we got to do better. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. Jimmy Johnson wouldn't allow this.
Oh no.
This Jimmy Johnson would have got on the podium and told it just like it is. And
he would have got somebody by now.
Yeah. Mike McCarthy is more. Well, he said, something about we had the opportunity. I saw opportunity for us to win in this game. And yeah, so did Cardinals. They saw opportunity well, but but they wanted more than we did, and they end up getting a victory. But again, with Kellen Moore, and I've been doing the research, just trying to figure out this offense. And when you know that Denver have exposed us with the blueprint of how to play us with the too high covered shell that they run. But I'm looking at our plays, and when we run a pass play, we're running our receivers like 15, 20 yards right into the teeth of the defense. And then you have everything underneath. There's no crossing routes. There's no one getting hit on the hash marks. Zeke is not releasing out the backfield and coming into the flats. So you give it all this middle up, and you have your receivers running right into the teeth.
I got an answer to that. First of all, Zeke ain't hot because he got a block. Okay. Number two, the only one hot is Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz only runs 3-yard patterns. Okay. So he ain't gonna separate from nobody. Okay.
And he's not the best blocker either.
He's the worst. Okay. he can catch wonderfully, but he can't block. And you figure the Stanford tight end would know how to block because they run the ball, right? He can't block to save his life.
So again, watching Kellen Moore scheme, at first I thought his plays were script. I really did. I thought it was more he has his playbook and he starts with play one, regardless if it's 1st and 10, 2nd and 30. He goes, it's like because the plays didn't jive with the situation. Now, what I did notice, and I saw that was different from what Jason Garrett did when I was at Oxnard. Mike McCarthy, now he runs a hell of a practice. And every time they practice, everything was situational. So he will get on. He'll have a bullhorn with him. He said, "Okay, 3rd and 30, 2 minutes left in the game." So Kellen Moore had to call a play, or Dak had to call a play. So it was up tempo, and I'm like, man, that's great. You know, because it's what it is. It's situational football. But then we get in this game, and it's like, okay, Kellen, where are you? You know, you're. I mean, this play call. Whatever happened to us pulling the guards and running to the outside instead of running right into the teeth of the defense? We went right back to that again this week. Now, one time did we pull our guards again and run to the outside, which it works. So again, the preparation with Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, I don't see it. Which leads me to Dak Prescott. What's going on? Dak did, I mean, he blew, and he did exactly what I expect him to do against Washington. Dak, with a team like that being washed up like they were, we were supposed to put 50 points on them. Right. But you take that energy to this game, but we didn't see that same energy. It's like he was inaccurate.
You know, first, Dak is really becoming a rhythm passer, okay, a volume shooter. And your quarterback, you don't want him to be a volume shooter, okay? You want him to be lights out, accurate. You know, unfortunately, we was spoiled with Troy Aikman. He can close his eyes and shoot a dart right there in Michael Irvin's chest. So, unfortunately, Dak has become that, and I really hate that about him. I you know, in some games, man, just like the Tampa game, the first game of the season, and he was on fire. It didn't matter what he did. Roll out, drop back. He was boom, boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, after he came back from being injured, it's just like, man, his accuracy has gone.
I feel like a lot of the other fans are kind of noting to the idea that he's playing with a lot of timidity. You know, he's timid. He's not trusting his leg, and he's dealing with other injuries, and he's in his head, he's mental, and it's leading to the field play. I don't know if I'm feeling that. I don't feel like he's in his head. I just feel like he's doing some bad throws. You know, he's not accurate. He's throwing behind the passer, and it kind of puts you in the mindset of what was that 2019 when he was very bad. He wasn't very good, and I had to defend that. And
hey, what you say you did? We had to what?
I had to defend that, you know, and you know why he should get paid, and I was defending that. But you know, right now you get a mixed looks of why we should have paid him $40 million, and then we get in looks of why we shouldn't have paid him that much. We're getting both Daks.
That's terrible, man. I hope nobody on the outside is listening to this
right now, and we need standard Dak.
I need week 1 Dak. Give me week 1 Dak, and I think we going all the way. Because week 1 Dak against Tampa Bay was unbelievable. And I was just like, this dude has a broken leg? Come on, man. I need that Dak. Right. I need that confidence back. Okay, and say, I'm the man, let's go. That's it. That's all I want. I want you to believe that you the man, okay? Because week 1 Dak believed he was the man, and he had to show, it was a national broadcast game, and he came out, everybody was doubting, hey, man, the Cowboys going to get blown out because they just got these Super Bowl rings. We ain't got a chance against Tampa Bay. I'm in St. Louis with my homeboys, they Cowboy fans, right? And I told them, Cowboys gonna win this damn game, and they should. Last second field goal, they got us. Cool, no problem. I can take that, but I am confident Dak. Did you see him hesitate at all that game? Don't hesitate, man. Run the play. Let's go, man.
Listen. The hard knocks Dak gave me so much hope for the season.
Yeah,
because the passion that you saw him on the field with. The passion with the guys, the connection, the leadership, everything you saw on Hard Knocks. I don't know about y'all, but for me, it gave me a sense of like, hey, we're going to do big things this season.
He's
then
back.
When we came out at Tampa Bay, I had man, I had dollars that we was gonna win that game.
Right.
You know, and Greg Zerline came out and made the statement: if I do my job, we win more games. I believe he played a part. He played a part. Chris, calm down. We played a part in why we took the L in a couple of games, but Dak Prescott in that Tampa Bay game was amazing, and I was very excited about the season up until the Broncos game when I saw a spurt of Jason Garrett's offense. And I don't know, man.
I like that. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So now, come on, we got to try to dissect this.
Okay.
Because we know about Kellen,
Okay.
and we really don't really think that Kellen has the experience to be coaching at this level. I hate to say it. It's just it's relevant. I mean, you look at his resume. He doesn't have the experience on the field to even know what it's like to be out on the field. I mean, I think he played a few games, but I just don't think he has the knowledge yet. Maybe one day he will be a lot better.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I think he does, and this is why. Majority of our best coaches in history were sucky football players. Okay? The best head coach in the NFL now is Bill Parcells. Parcells. What is it? No, not Bill.
Belichick.
Okay? Belichick sucked as a football player. Parcells sucked as a football player. Okay? So all this matter of fact, you can name every head coach that won the Super Bowl. It's probably maybe one of the Raiders' old coach, Fleury, the one just got in the Hall of Fame. He was the only one that was a decent football player. All of them sucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's
But they have the knowledge of something that they couldn't do physically. So I think he belongs because of some of the things I did see, because he is a good schemer. But I think right now, he's really overthinking himself. I really do.
And that's what, and maybe you're right about that. But it just maybe he's not there yet. He's not there yet.
Not right now, no.
Yeah, and maybe later on he'll. But it's just the scheme.
Listen, every football player, every football coach needs one particular ingredient, and I don't see Kellen Moore having it. And that ingredient is being a dog. Chris Richard, when you saw him with our defense, dog. Dan Quinn, he got a little growl look on him. He got the dog in him.
Yeah.
When you see Kellen Moore, nobody's afraid of Kellen Moore. Nobody fears him, and I feel like that dog. He ain't got no dog in him. DeMarcus Lawrence. Look at him on that video just now. Come on, let's go. He dog.
Yeah.
And those particular players and those particular coaches, Mike Tomlin never had a below 500 season. Those kind of dogs, those personalities that we need in a coach and in a player, he don't have. I'm sorry to say that.
He is.
I don't see it.
He is vacation Bible school guy.
Well, yeah, but that's true. That's true. and that might, and that's what I say about Jimmy Johnson, like you said, Mike Tomlin, Bill Belichick. One thing they all have in common, they hold their players accountable.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. That's one thing that those coaches that we just mentioned, one thing that they do, they hold the players accountable.
And I thought we were on track to be that kind of an organization when I saw them get rid of Jalen Smith mid-season.
Oh, me too. I did too, B.
I was like, oh wow, we're doing stuff I ain't never seen that I really needed them to do. And also we had that split back offense. I was like, man, they really changing up some stuff that I felt like we needed to change by having Zeke more of a third down back, Pollard, because his elusiveness, he'd be more of a every down back. They were kind of leaning toward that, not all the way, but they were leaning more towards that. And then when Jalen Smith got fired, I was like, oh man, we heading in a different direction that we needed to go in. But now holding our players accountable ain't seeming like that when you got, I don't know what the percentage of players was, but I saw 3 or 4 players say that the loss was due to the refs. And you can't be an establishment that says we hold our players accountable and they're making statements like that against the refs. If it is true or not, you don't make those statements. You play ball and you take the L's if they come, and you just make adjustments.
Yeah. Well, fellas, you know what? Well, I can say this on a good note. We have one player that might be the rookie of the year and also the defensive player of the year. And then we have another player in Trayvon Diggs that can probably be defensive player of the year. So on this defensive side of the ball, man, this is something good to see after what we suffered last year. Now, with the addition of Randy Gregory, Tank Lawrence, Micah Parsons, Trey Diggs, then we got Neville Gallimore in the middle, then we got Hamilton, and we got Osa in the. I mean, dude, it's nothing bad you can say about this defense. It's been I can truly say it's been a long time coming.
Anthony Brown.
So, well, and Anthony Brown is the weakest link. I would have to say that Anthony Brown is the weakest link. So with that being said, you guys kind of tell me a little bit about what y'all think about this defense and what should we do with Anthony Brown? Should we continue to let him finish out the year, or do we let Boss Man Fats play? Kevin Joseph.
All right. I've been in a 2-day argument with the other fans, okay, about Diggs. Okay. The other fan told me today that Diggs was
Oh my gosh.
So I had to gather myself. I had to adjust because it was like the hard count. He tried to get me outside. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I said, why is he trash? Man, go to his stats, man. He get beat more than anybody. On the double moves, he give up more yards than anybody on the double. And I said, okay, so are you telling me you rather have your cornerback make no plays and get beat, or have a cornerback make 11 plays, 2 touchdowns, and be trash? I said, I love my trash. Give me the trash.
I like that trash juice.
Give me my trash. Because he literally said that Trayvon Diggs was trash because the interceptions, the quarterbacks that he got the interceptions on. I said, look, man, let me tell you something. Everybody on the NFL field is an NFL player, okay? So, absolutely. And he's a Steeler fan, okay? So I said, if your man on the Steelers picked off 11 passes, is he trash? I said, look, you want a corner to make plays. Corners are going to get beat.
That's right.
But if you got a corner that has 11 interceptions in 15 games, who wouldn't take that, man? Tell me that. I'm sorry. And we're going to get back to Parsons, but I had to bring that to y'all attention, this 2-day argument I've been having, okay? So no,
I agree.
Ongoing. It's still ongoing, y'all.
So Adam Burnett, what's up, Adam? Adam Burnett said Van Der Esch is the weakest. Granted, he played better this past week.
That's very true. He is.
Well, that's why we didn't pick up Van Der Esch.
That's a hard statement. That's a hard statement. He's the weakest.
Yep.
You agree?
Yep.
I have to say Brown.
Hey, B, you see my face? Yep.
Yeah.
I would have to.
Go ahead, B. I'm sorry. Go ahead, G. I'm sorry.
I don't listen. Ultimately, the way we lose a game is being outscored. Right?
Right.
We're not getting a lot of inside running backs rushing the inside and getting past Van Der Esch and blowing for 60 yards upfield. We're not seeing that.
Because he
Not like we did last year.
He ain't on the field. The reason why he was on the field last week, because what's the name was that had COVID. That's the only reason he was on the field. Okay, so he's never on the field anymore, bro. Because
Keanu Neal is saving Van Der Esch's life, is what you're telling me.
Well, basically now it's a business move. We're trying to keep him healthy so he can find another team.
So even with that being said, if Van Der Esch is not on the field, I don't see him being the weakest. I don't see that.
I agree.
He's terrible. He over pursues. He don't make the tackles that we was promised he would make. But Anthony Brown is giving up big play yards. He's giving a lot of third down conversions. He's getting PI calls that's making a 1st and 20 be able to get made, because of his defensive suckness. I mean, he just
let me address this to the audience. Now, let me tell you, audience, that this is not a politically correct ESPN or any of those big time show type of
I'm drinking beer.
Yeah, we are straight diehard Cowboy fans, and we're the only one that can talk about our Dallas Cowboys. So this is that's why we call it the Cowboy Huddle, because nobody on the outside is invited. So we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it raw, we're gonna keep it real, and we're gonna keep it trio. So I don't want everybody to think y'all just bashing the Cowboy. No, we're just talking the realistic of what's taking place.
I love them.
Again, this defense, as I said, is the best thing we've seen in a long, especially from last year. It's like a whole 180. Dude, we was the worst. We gave up the most points in franchise history in the Dallas Cowboys last year, and here we are now, man. We getting turnovers. We're interceptions. We're getting sacks. We're getting forced fumbles, batted balls. I mean, it's different. So this defense is lights out to me, man.
Go ahead, B.
I think I spoke my piece with weakest links, but I want to talk about the highlights of our defense as well. I feel like we're a threat, and that defense that we have been keeping us in a lot of games. When it seems like the offense wanted to give away a lot of games, our defense stepped in and said, "No, we're not going to allow that. We're going to make some moves happen, man." And I think that's been a key component of us, staying alive and staying, able to be 11-5 right now. I believe our defense.
I think the key, man, this year is being disruptive. I mean, last year we weren't disruptive at all. I mean, we were predictable, man. As soon as I can look at the formation, knew we were going to blitz and wasn't going to get there. Okay? That's the most frustrating part as a Cowboy fan last year when you see, okay, here they come. You have a certain group of guys you watch the game with. I do too. And I would call the play. Now, if I'm just a fan and I know where they're coming from, don't you think a professional would know too? Well, this year, we're able to be disruptive without blitzing. Okay.
True.
So as long as the defensive ends are healthy, Randy and Tank, we'll be fine. Okay. And I like how sometimes when the defensive player of the year, Mr. Parsons, is on the field and they put him at end, and you notice they've been sliding Tank in at that 3 tech, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Who you gonna block? Who you gonna block?
Oh, my gosh.
But this is what I've been wishing. Okay. I want them to play a 3-man line. I want Micah Parsons to be the nose guard, because every time he blitzes, he blitzes up the middle. Okay. So with Tank and with Randy Gregory on the ends going upfield, they got too much speed. Okay. Who you gonna double? That's a scheme I think the Cowboys need to do. Okay, especially in the playoffs. When you know it's a passing down, put all 3 of them on the field, rushing the passer at the same time.
And that's a scheme that we might see. I mean, you know, you can run that. I can see that happening. But, you know, I don't. That's still not our problem. The defense, you know, I don't think we have to put a lot of emphasis on our defense because, hell, they still bringing pressure with a 4-man front. I mean, man, I'm telling you, man, and that's the only thing about I didn't like about when we on our defense when we was playing Arizona. Why did we not have a spy on Kyler Murray? And he came out, he ran that option, and then we knew it got to the point where he's going to start. And I had heard from several resources that they said that Kyler Murray was going to be used as a weapon by using his feet. And sure enough, that's exactly what he did. And not necessarily ran for.
He got 44 yards rushing. It's not a whole hell of a lot,
but it was crucial. It was crucial.
Yeah, that was crucial. But I think we also got to look at how well the defense played.
I agree.
The Arizona Cardinals got 13 of their points by field goal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you take away those field goals, that's 12 points.
Well, and the defense did everything. I mean, defense did their part. Man, it's just we could not score points. We only scored in the second quarter. We scored 7 in the second quarter, and we scored 15 in the fourth.
Well, this is the only problem I had with the defense on Sunday. They couldn't get off the field on third down. They were giving up too many third down conversions to the Cardinals on Sunday, man. Especially it was one point in the third quarter, man. They had them 3rd and 12, and they converted with ease. And I was like, wait. No, that's the old Cowboys. We don't do that anymore. And I think that cost us the game too, G, because they converted. I forget the stat. I think in the second half, I think they was 4 for 5 on third downs, and the third downs wasn't short. You know, it was just like, man, because we sacked him a couple times or got him out of bounds or stopped the run. The run defense has been excellent in the whole game. They couldn't run on us. But you know, when Kyler, when he had that run play, when he had the running back motion out, and then in the middle, he knew it was man because the middle linebacker went with him, and it is open up this big C. Okay, that's what you're talking about spying. Okay. That's a scheme thing, man. That's something that we should have known with him at least. We know Kyler's going to take off at least once or twice a game, but we should have had him. And I really believe because our middle linebacker was out with COVID, okay, he would have been our spy, okay.
Probably
for him, you know. But then we had, Michael Parsons rushed the passer a lot on Sunday, okay. So he wasn't back to be no spy. So
but you know, and I think, you know, and like you said, maybe that second half, man, I mean, they were lights out that first half. You know, they kept going out there 3 and out. They kept giving the ball back to offense. Offense went 3 and out. So I think a part of being winded had something to do with that too. I mean, you can only be on that field for so long to where, okay, you're going to start wearing them down. But again, man, as far as that defense, man, I think they were lights out, man. And but I want to go ahead and move on to, and let's preview about for this week with the Philadelphia Eagles. So we know that we got to go to Philadelphia. I looked at the injury report, really nothing major with the Eagles. I mean, Jalen Hurts, you know, dealing with the ankle. I think he was limited to practice. I think as far as us, Tony Pollard's dealing with the foot, you know, but he's going to play. So it wasn't really anything really major to report. Besides Michael Parsons, you know, he's been added to the COVID list. But if he tests negative within 24 hours, he'll be able to play. So we'll see how that plays out. But knowing that we're going to Philadelphia, my question to you guys, do you play your starters or do you sit your starters?
100% you play them.
Wait a minute. Why would you do that? We get ready for the playoff.
100% you play them. And let me tell you why. Okay. You seen that shit we did. It's behind me. Okay. You seen that shit that we did Sunday. You got to get that bad taste out your mouth, bro. You do. Okay. I hate when they sit players. Okay. Well,
me too. I hate it.
We shit the bed by not getting the top seed. We had opportunity, but we let it slip away. So now you got to get off your ass and play some football now. And the way
The
to
whole
do
game?
the entire game, B. I'm not a believer in sitting players because that's when people get hurt. Okay, or they play timid. You tell them everybody's playing the whole game. Okay,
You sound like Jimmy Johnson, man.
I always say, man, look, you gotta play them, man. I know the game is meaningless. I know both teams in the playoff, but man, we thought the statement was gonna be last week. Okay, the statement didn't happen. Okay, so the other fans are all hot and everything, and I need my statement game. I need them to do what they did early in the season to kick them Eagles' ass up and down the field. I'm sorry.
Of course,
So listen, would that change? Would that play them change if we took the W with Arizona? Do you play them now?
No, I wouldn't play them then. I wouldn't, because I think then we already had them. We already I think we would have locked up that 2 seed. Okay, so then I wouldn't have, because I don't think Tampa Bay is going to play their players, and I don't think the Rams are going to have to, because they battling with the Cardinals. All right, it would have changed if we would have won the game, but it's the outcome. You see that shit behind me, and that's what happened. So yeah.
I mean,
Jason, let me say this. Jason said play him. Jason Simpler said you need to play him. I agree. I
don't believe
that trash they did last week. Don't nobody deserve to take off unless they put up 50 points by halftime. That's when I'll pull them. But from you know what I mean?
Now,
and again, we playing another team.
I don't mind Michael Parsons not playing because of the COVID situation. Because
he's
my best player. Okay, I don't mind him playing. Okay, because we still got Tank, so I'm fine with that. Okay, everybody, especially on offense, bro, we gotta get some cohesiveness. We got to be clicking on all cylinders. We're gonna play the same team, man. We're gonna play the same team next week.
2 weeks.
Okay? In 2 weeks, we gotta. Be real, we got to play them, bro. We got to. We have no choice.
Especially with the performance of last week. And that right there, that's trash. So nobody, because we got to find this chemistry on this offense. So let me say, I want to put up what Adam said. Adam said, in my opinion, the only starter they need to play is Dak. He needs to get back and oh, dang.
Okay, listen.
How you gonna get him killed, man? You gonna get him killed.
Hey, we won't have a quarterback if he's on.
I don't agree with conservative play. I don't. But I do believe that it's very much more of an important game in 2 weeks than Saturday. I think Saturday it can be a mental boost for your confidence and all that.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
Listen. If we get an injury like Gallup on a game like that, we risking a longer playoff run. I think. I'm not saying sit everybody, but it's some key players that need to sit down.
Well, I mean, you know what? If I'm going to sit anybody, I'm sitting down my defense. But my offense is going to play. I'm sorry, that defense, I'll pull Tank and I'll pull Gregory out. And,
Michael not playing anyway.
Who?
Michael. He's not playing.
Well, I know that. But out now, the defense, because we know what the defense can do. But this offense, I'm sorry. I cannot. They have to find a rhythm, man. They have to find a rhythm. And again, we're playing another team. Hold on. Wait real quick.
Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but here we are playing another team out of the NFC least. So, boy, we get 6 games, 6 wins just for my conference alone.
Well, I don't get. Go ahead, B. I'm sorry. It's your turn.
Out of 17, I'm just trying to get a little clarity. Out of 17 weeks of play on our offensive side, you think that an extra week will bring a level of cohesiveness that we haven't achieved in 17 weeks?
Yep.
I think it's a psych. Yeah, and I agree with Chris. I agree because it's a psychological thing. If we go out there, we lost last week, it becomes a psychological thing. If they lost against the Cardinals, then when they go up here and lay a goose egg against the Eagles, bro, we're gonna be flat. So you got to get them in there and feed them something, you know. And if they start off good and we end up losing in the end by taking them out, well, we know we got. But dude, we got to go and set the tone with the Eagles.
Well, this is how I feel. Okay, it's only one team in the NFL that I totally despise. It's the Philadelphia Eagles. Excuse my language. I know your son was in the back. I apologize, B, for the language. Okay,
He gone.
I can't stand them. Okay,
I know I'm right there with you.
I'm telling you, I can deal with skin fans, sorry, football team fans. I can deal with Giant fans. I can deal with these Steeler fans. I can deal with them as Saints fans. I can deal with them. Okay, the ones I can't stand is the team that think they've done something and only won Super Bowl in their life. Okay, so
I don't like the Packers.
Well, you know, it is what it is, man. We got a long history with them. But them Eagles, okay? I won't even eat a cheesesteak for 3 weeks before I eat them. I can't stand them.
This is personal, Chris. This is personal. This sounds personal.
It is personal. It is, man. I got a lot of Eagle fans as friends, man. It's personal, bro.
and it hadn't done nothing, man. And it hadn't done a thing. I think they want to be in the conversation. Guys, sit down somewhere. I'm happy that you got you a conversation piece in your trophy case finally. But again, stay over there in your lane, dude, because, you know.
I know all jokes aside, though, but B, I really think we should play them, though, because, man, I hate when players sit and then they think, oh, I'll turn it up for the important game. I need you to turn it up for every game, okay? And the way we've been playing, man, the last month or two, I really need them to turn up, okay? I needed them to, the playoffs started last week to me, okay? So every damn game from now on is the playoffs to me, okay?
Right.
So we just ain't reached the elimination round. Okay, so I think Saturday night is another playoff game. Okay, and we need to put it in on their ass. We really do, and I believe we will.
And here we are, man. And I say this: in order to be the best, you got to beat the best. We can't come in here with excuses. We have to set the tone now, regardless. And I always say, a scared man can't win. And if you go in this thing being scared, ooh, you know, again, you setting yourself up for failure. The gloves comes off this week. Yes. The gloves, I don't care. Just like we did Washington, it's the same thing we need to do to Philly. I'm sorry, you know, you might not be that good, but we gotta hang 50 on you because we pissed about the game we gave up.
I want 75 on the ass. I 75. Hey, geez,
so
7-5. That's what I want on them. 7-5.
So if now this is the way the standings look right now. If we were to start today or this weekend, so we know Packers will have a bye.
Yeah.
The Eagles will play the Rams.
Yeah.
The 49ers will play the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
And of course we would play the Cardinals. There's nowhere around us not playing the Cardinals. It's set up that way, and like that's what's going to happen.
But I want that. I want us to play Arizona because I feel like we got a bad shot. You know, I feel like Kyler Murray is getting a lot of credit for this dub.
He done beat us twice.
For this dub, man, he didn't earn it. I don't see him producing enough, you know, to take this dub and be as arrogant as he is. Now he's too little. I don't like him. He's short and little. And
he didn't have D Hop either.
So
man.
So
in the words,
they need to lose. Okay, I'm like Chris now. I'm mad now. Okay, listen, we gotta beat they ass. That's what we have to do because we have to be Arizona. We gotta let the world know after on the first round playoffs that Arizona is not our competition.
Right.
That's what we have. That's the statement we got to make against Arizona, and I want it to happen. I want to play Arizona.
I'm like this, bro. In the words of the great Ric Flair, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man.
Yeah,
so I don't give a damn who we play in the playoffs.
That's
you
right.
Gotta beat them. It don't matter. I hate when
line them up
with the seedings. I don't give a damn who it is.
That's right.
Let's play. If we better, we got 3 hours on this damn field. Let's see who better. So I don't care. So if it's the Cardinals, if it's the Niners, if it's the Packers, if it's Brady, I don't give a damn who it is. Let's whoop their ass and get to the Super Bowl because I got a lot of space back there. I need some more numbers on that goddamn banner back there. Okay, yeah. So I don't care. I'm with you though. Be real. I want to play the Cardinals again too. Okay,
right?
Because we left a lot of points on the field. I agree. We left a lot of points on the field, and I think I want both teams to be 100%. I don't care who they put on the field. Yeah. We need to kick their ass. That's what we need.
As equal.
I agree.
As equal as you guys are adamant about playing our starters against Philly so that they can build up this mental fortitude to go into the playoffs. I need that to be established enough to where when we go first round, it ain't no denying who we are because that's what it is now. Who are they? Are they good enough? It's still a question mark, and it shouldn't be after the performance that we put on against all these other scrubs. You know.
Well, our identity. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
Well, I think our identity on offense is the hurry up tempo energy. That's when we're successful. If we're going NASCAR or if we're going in a up tempo, we're more successful than huddling up. And I kept noticing, I said, oh my gosh, we are. And it's like when we huddled up, that's when Kellen Moore was sending the plays in. But if he's on the line of scrimmage, you can tell Dak is ad-libbing. He's, calling his hot routes and things like that. But it was very seldom that we did that until the fourth quarter. And we scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. So how is it that you do not recognize that this up-tempo line of scrimmage? Is it because Kellen feels that I got to be included? No, it's whatever works. It's whatever works. And if you want to, again, I say it's no reason to have this much talent on the field. Can you imagine if McVay from the Rams had this offense? Can you imagine if Mike Tomlin had this offense? Any Harbaugh had this offense? That's too many weapons on the field for us to not be utilizing them to their full potential. That's just where I feel about it. But again, we're here at this point. For some reason, Dak and Kellen are not meshing. Something is not clicking. I don't know if Dak is auditing out his plays or if who knows. We don't know that. But it's something between Kellen and Dak. It's something that they're not on the same page.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What would you consider a successful season for the Cowboys?
The Super Bowl. That's successful. I mean, there's nothing less. There's nothing less. I'm not satisfied with going 2-0. I'm not said. I need a Super Bowl. And Jerry Jones said himself, he got more time behind him than he do ahead of him. I'm the same way. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to make some. I'm not satisfied with, we won the division and we made one run round in the playoff. No, I'm sick of that. So it's the time. And let me say this here. And I said this, and I don't mean to cut you off, be too real. But what I said this, we have to play in the now. With this pandemic going on, there might not even be football next year. And if it is, we probably have a skeleton team. So we can't have this attitude of saying, well, well, if we don't get him this year, we'll just make some adjustment. No, we have to play now. We have everything. We have all the tools that we need to be successful. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. It'd be different if we didn't have a quarterback. We got 2 running backs. We got a quarterback. We got 4 receivers. We got a defense. There's no excuses, guys. No more excuses for me. It's Super Bowl or not, or nothing.
And the rumor has it that due to the outbreak in Los Angeles, they're shutting down, and SoFi Stadium will not be home of the Super Bowl, and they're talking about possibly moving it to Dallas.
Yeah, I heard that today too.
If that's actual, I don't know if that's rumor, but that's the talk right now. And if we can get in the Super Bowl at home, I'm going to my 401k, man. I'm getting a ticket. I'm telling you now, man.
So the time is now. The time is now.
I'm listening up as Rowdy. I'm getting in that jump.
What about I thought Rowdy just came through? Yeah, you're a little bit bigger than the
We're like, damn, what the Rowdy show got big all of a sudden? Rowdy huge.
Yeah. But let me ask y'all this question.
All right.
So we know that both of our coordinators, there are other teams that are interested in interviewing these guys. And, we've heard from Dan, which, Dan, of course, Dan is going to say that while the season is going on, but, he said he's not interested right now, I guess, and that makes sense. But there's teams that's showing interest in Kellen Moore as well. So if it came to the point of losing one of your coordinators, which one would you be willing to give up?
Kellen Moore.
Immediately, Kellen Moore. He got too much Jason Garrett in him.
The reason I say Kellen Moore because my head coach is a coordinator anyway. So
right.
that's the one that I would be willing to lose. Okay, because as you can see, my defensive coordinator has changed things. Okay, and I need that aggressiveness. Okay, because it's too many years, man. The Cowboys defense have been very passive. And as an ex-football player, an offensive player at that, played center all my life, when you got a passive defense, we're going to kick your ass. Okay?
You better believe it. Yeah. I think any defense, we've been doing it.
Yeah. So the Cowboys aren't passive anymore. So, and it's all because of our defensive coordinator. Okay? Jerry listens to him. Okay? He's probably one of the few coordinators that he'll like, okay, I'm going to draft this guy for you. Thank you, Mr. Quinn. Thank you, sir. So it would be Kellen Moore for me. I thought he was going last year to Boise State, but, that fell through. But, like I said, why would you hire a head coach that's he called plays his whole time in Green Bay and don't let him call plays here? It doesn't make no sense to me.
And that could be the case. We could see that. I mean, maybe Mike McCarthy setting him up for failure so he can get that offensive coordinator job. Who knows?
Well, listen, we ain't got time for that. This season, this is the only season that we got to make some Super Bowl.
That's moves, right,
man. This is the only season. Last season we could have done it. This season is the last one until we pay people. We can't listen. Last season we had one of the best defensive players that we had to get rid of because we couldn't pay him, Randy Quinn. Okay,
Robert
Quinn.
Yeah, Chicago Bears.
We can afford him.
Listen, and he's one of the top quarterback sacks defenders right now. I think he got 15 or 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
crazy number.
Quinn a beast.
Yeah, but we couldn't pay him, and we're gonna run into that if we continue to hold out for a better season, we're gonna lose Tony Pollard, we're gonna lose a lot of key players that's getting us a lot of dubs, man, and we can't afford that. This season is the season.
Well, you mentioned something about this free agent, and Randy Gregory is one. Keanu Neal is, I believe, is another. The Monte Kazi. J-Run Curse, he's another one. So we are going to be, man. I mean, Michael Gallup. You know,
I think if they win the Super Bowl, they're gonna do what Tampa Bay did. They're gonna bring them all back.
And they need to, but I would hate to lose Randy Gregory, man.
Oh man, you know, I thought, man, for the years he didn't play, I was like, man, how this guy gonna be on the field? You know, he ain't played in 3 years. What's gonna happen? The dude act like he a rookie. So
I'm telling you.
I was like, man, get this man some more weed. Shit, he's good. I love him. I can roll some for him. I don't even smoke. I'm like, man, get this man. I need this dude rushing the passer. Hey, like I said, we can cause havoc without blitzing, and he's one of the people that causes havoc. So
true. True. So, but he's one of those. He's one like Robert Quinn and Cole Beasley. If the numbers are, I mean, it's hi.
I'm sorry, I was on TikTok too. I was hollering at my homie.
Yeah, so it's one of those deals, man. You know, that's why, like B said, we got to win now. There's no excuse if we have all the tools. Yeah. It's like being at the drag strip, and you got a darn 1,000 horsepower Nova sitting there, and you only using 500 of it.
Right.
You know, why even pull it out if you're not going to use it? And that's what we have. We have all these pieces in place. There's no excuse. So whatever it is with this offense, it needs to be ironed out. And we need to start hitting on all cylinders, because right when we said we thought the offense was back, yeah, they back all right, back of the bus.
Hey, Gary, one of my followers on TikTok said that he would let Gallup go.
Say that again.
And he would let Michael Gallup go and keep Gregory.
Yeah.
This is okay. Yeah. This is how I feel about Michael Gallup. I love the cat, man.
Yeah,
I call him my clutch guy. Okay, he's had some unfortunate injuries this year. Okay,
yeah,
that ligament, you know, dude, he went up and still caught the pass. Okay, I'm like, man, to me, hey, be real, like you were saying, you need that dog. Michael Gallup is the dog to me.
He's one of my favorite players, man.
Dude, I love the cat, and I thought, you know, if he had an injury-free season, I think they would have let Cooper walk. Okay, because
Cooper's on a big contract, isn't he?
He's on the contract, but you know they'll cut you in a minute. You know that if you got
they will.
So I thought they would eat that big signing bonus and keep Gallup. But see, since Gallup hurt, I think you can sign him at a cheaper price than you would initially. Okay. Because you think about it, he only really played 4 or 5 games this season. So,
and you know, he won't come back until probably mid-season.
Yeah. So that's the downfall with Gallup. But I love him, man. That kid, man, is a beast to me. I absolutely love him, bro. I do not want him to go. I do not.
I agree with you. But if I had to make the choice, I do not want to lose Randy Gregory, man. I think and I know it. I'm a big fan of Michael Gallup too, but if I had to choose between the two, man, I would have to keep Randy Gregory.
Yeah,
I say that because I think if in the draft, maybe we can get a big name in the draft.
I'm looking for a defensive tackle in the draft. That's what I'm looking for. And
a defensive tackle
and a linebacker. I want somebody as big as me, 330, 340 in the middle, and you ain't coming up this hole. Because I already got the studs on the end. Okay. If I got the studs.
Well, I thought Quentin Bohanna was that guy.
Bohanna, he's okay. I actually thought Odigizua was gonna be that guy. Okay. I thought Gilmore was gonna be that guy.
I like Gilmore.
I like him too, but it's just he's so inconsistent. Okay. I want him to do like he did. What was the game when he blew old boy up?
That was against Washington.
Yeah.
First time we played Washington.
I want that Gallimore every week. Okay, but sometimes, man, he'll disappear in the game. So that's my hope. I hope we draft this a beast in the middle, Give me another linebacker for Vander Shit. I'm sorry, Vander Esch. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Stop it, Chris.
Only we can talk about our family, okay?
Cowboy Nation, man.
That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry.
We can talk about it.
I apologize. Please forgive me. I need a replacement for Mr. Vander Esch, the Wolf.
Yeah.
I need a replacement for him.
Well, we thought it was going to be Jabril Cox.
It will be.
It could be.
It will be. I think Jabril is a little light. Okay. Jabril needs to add some pounds. That's it. And plus, he played outside at LSU. He didn't play inside.
No, he didn't. So yeah, that's something to see, man. So man, I like I said, I like to keep Gallup, but if I had to choose between the two.
I'm sorry. Hey, Armando, we're on the Cowboys Huddle on YouTube. Okay. You go to YouTube, type in the Cowboys Huddle. You can see us live there. All right. I'm sorry. I was answering questions on TikTok. I'm sorry.
No, more the better. More the better, man. So with that being said, man, what do y'all foresee? Oh my gosh. So we make this first round. What is the game plan? How do we come back and bounce back from that first loss?
Go ahead, B.
We pound their ass. Excuse my French. Nope. And pause to that. Pause to that. I mean,
no, you said it right.
Yeah, you did.
Washington football team needs to be like, oh damn, they took it easy on us. You know, Kyler Murray needs to get his first L from us here, and it's a necessity that we win.
Hey, that's my man that just jumped in. B. To Armando 21, the biggest Cowboy fan I know, man. Is
that the one from El Paso?
Yes, that's my man.
What's up, 21? He told me about you, man.
We need to add him to the live sometime, bro.
Yeah, I will, man. Yeah. I will, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. You know, like I say, this is the Cowboy Huddle, man, where we come together and talk about our Cowboys. We family, so only we can talk about our Cowboys, and that's what we do. We talk about the good, the ugly, and the good and the bad. So, man, jump in and feel free to say whatever you have to say. But right now, man, we're trying to fix this thing. We trying to fix it. But what do you think? What do you think, Chris? How do we? What's the ingredients for against the Cardinals?
All right, this
what's
is
the blueprint?
This is what I think. Okay, the old saying, defense wins championships, right? Okay, we need to get off the field on third down, and we got two running backs that can run the ball. I don't give a damn who's running it. I don't care if it's 2-1 or 2-0. Give them the freaking ball, punch them in the mouth, because as a speed defense as the Cardinals is, you got to run at them. You can't run away from them. When you run away from speed, they going to catch you. You seen the cheetah videos where the cheetahs go get the little fast little rabbit? You see what I'm saying? But cheetahs, excuse my language, cheetahs don't F with elephants, do they?
No,
because you punch them in the mouth.
They know better
in the mouth.
They know they lane.
So I think that's the key to beat them. Now, of course, we're gonna throw the ball. You know, Kellen Moore cannot just sit there. He'll look at his play sheet and he's like, "Oh Lord, we had run the ball too damn much. Let's throw it." Okay. I think, man, we really need to punch them in the mouth. Okay, honestly. Because if you control the ball against Arizona, game over.
Yeah. And that's our best defense. Our offense should be our best defense, because we know what our defense can do. If we can keep Kyler Murray off the field, and like I say, it's not going for the big money play. Move the chain. Just move the chain. Be successful moving the chain. Get in the end zone. Hey. And you know, with that being said, again, we have to change up the pace. We got to go back to the hurry up offense. Don't allow them to substitute. Keep them on the field like we've been doing. what like we did against this dude here.
He's going to take these two guys. Okay, it's going to take these two guys to go back to when he was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
and Zeke held a rushing title to confuse defenses, make plays that we know we can make, and guess what? We can come out with the dub because our defense can hold them to 14 points. We saw that happen.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Armando just made a good comment. He was talking about what we think about replacing Tyron. Okay, I've been
absolutely.
I've been thinking it too, because you see, man, against Arizona, he got beat a couple times. Okay.
Yeah.
He ain't that young Tyron anymore. I've been saying this all season. Tyron body is done. Okay. His mind is there. His ability is there, but his body is done. Okay. I think they need to just go and make the decision, put Steele there. Okay. And just say, hey, Tyron, we love you. Gotta go.
Jerry needs to do like Erykah Badu said and call Tyron. Okay, and tell him he's done. Now I love him. I love everything he's done for the boys. But as you said, what they say, the greatest ability is your availability. We're gonna count on him.
Yeah.
We're gonna count on him to be absent for 5 to 6 games a year. That's not acceptable.
Because he misses every year, man. He missing 5 to 6 games every year.
Right. And now we're relying on a Connor McGovern or Connor Williams or Biotish, or we don't know. And it's leaving our offense uncohesive. You know, a pair of cool grades ain't gonna make that lineup work. You got to work together. They got to be on the field consistently. You know.
Well, and I say that, and I agree exactly what both of you guys are saying, because Tyron Smith or whatever. Yeah, Tyron. Tyron. He's more off the field than he is on the field. And
I love him.
I love him too. But now he's become, to me personally, I think he's becoming a liability.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
So again, go ahead and allow Terrence Steele to go ahead. And I really don't know if Terrence Steele is really ready to be that starter full time. I don't know. But he's doing okay. He's doing better. Is he here? Is he a number 1 pick? No, he's not. But he's learning. But I think the more reps he get, the better he'll get. But I think this is the time that you let Terrence Steele go, allow him to finish out the season and just keep Tyron Smith healthy throughout. And if we need him, we use him then. But I say let Terrence Steele play. Really, I mean, I agree. It's time to replace him.
You know, this is how I feel about this, man. You know, Steele was trash last year, and the guy, you can tell he worked on his craft. Okay, he worked on his craft and he got better. All right. So when Lyle was out, did you even hear his name? Steele. That means he was doing his job. I'm an offensive lineman. People didn't know my name. If they don't know your name, you're doing a wonderful job.
That's right. That's right.
So man, I just really want them to, you know, like I said, I love Tyron, man, but I think it's time.
Yeah. So Armando said, I think that inconsistency of the O-line hurt us in some of the losses we took. Of course, it did. It did.
Yeah,
it did.
It did.
You know what? Lael Collins was out several games, wasn't he?
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah. He was.
Yeah. Then Tyron. Well, I think after the first game, we didn't have our starting front line together until like week 11, something like that. That's when we finally got the whole offensive line back together again. So that can be a problem.
And then Tyron got hurt again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? So, Tyron. Yeah, sure did.
He didn't play last week, and I don't think he's gonna play this week either. So, you know, I'm like, what's the point? I mean, that's when we go back to your first questions when we first started this. You know, executive decisions, man. I need my head coach to be a fucking sorry.
It's the huddle, man.
You know, I really need him. I need
That's
him.
Right.
be a head coach, man. So you got to make executive decisions, bro. You work at Bell Helicopter. If you think if you messing up, what your boss gonna tell you? G, you got to go.
Exactly.
You've been here a while, G. You've been here over 25 years. We love you, but you got to go if you ain't doing your job. I don't care what your union say. Your ass going.
That's right. No, we gonna get you. So, and with that being said, now, and we talk about this offensive line. I know we done got back on this. So why we didn't pick up Joe Looney? And I'm just because you know we let him go, but. And I like Tyler Badass. But I don't think he commands that offense like when we had Travis Frederick and we had Joe Looney. We didn't. One thing about Joe Looney was a utility guy. He could play guard. He could play center. You know, he was a utility guy, and we didn't bring him back. So dude, I just think Tyler. He's doing good, but I don't think he commands that offensive line like the two that we had in the past.
Well, see, when they got Biotis, they thought he was going to be another great Wisconsin lineman, okay, like the one we had with Fredericks. He's not. Fredericks was a beast. I love Frederick. And Sampler said, Jason, I miss Frederick too. I want to convince him, please come back, please, you know. But Biotis is not Frederick, okay?
No.
And I need, you know, something. I play center, okay? So he ain't nasty to me, okay?
No.
My favorite player of Cowboys, or my second favorite, was Eric Williams. Eric Williams was a nasty offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
He is the only one that handled my man from Green Bay, the one that passed away.
Reggie White.
He handled Reggie White. Nobody ever handled Reggie White but Eric Williams.
He was a young stud.
He was nasty.
Yeah.
And we don't have that nasty one other than Martin. Don't get it twisted. Martin is still that beast. But I need one more up there to solidify that line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was going to be Lael Collins.
B, what you think about the O-line? Who is your beast other than Martin? Who do you think? Exactly. You answered the question.
He froze. Is he on freeze mode? I don't know.
Yeah, I froze myself. I didn't want to be held to no. I didn't want to be held to no answer that I didn't believe was accurate. Now, listen, Tyron Smith. Listen, I'm gonna say this. Tyron Smith is a beast when healthy.
Yeah,
right. But when is that? How often can we count on that? So when healthy, Tyron Smith is that guy.
He is that guy. He's a liability now. It's
becoming far and few between, you know. So,
hey man, I like the comments, man, from the viewers, man. You know.
Yeah, man. Hey. Yeah, sure.
I like that.
With that being said, so y'all know the latest headline.
What's up, Queen?
This guy done made all the headlines in the world.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I've been waiting on this. Let's go.
And, you know, Tom Brady, well, we're talking about Antonio Brown. And Tom Brady said we need to be passionate. We need to be, you know, understanding, you know. And we just hope that Antonio Brown gets some help. So before I answer, I'm going to let Chris, since you are so eager to speak, you can start us off with this situation with Antonio Brown. So is it a mental thing that, you know, that he needs to get some help or what? Just tell us what you think.
He's an idiot. Let me tell you why he's an idiot. I've had several arguments the last couple of weeks with the others fans, and they think Antonio Brown is a Hall of Famer. And I told them absolutely not. And the reason I said absolutely not is because he is all about himself. Football is a team sport. with Antonio Brown is Antonio Brown, okay? And nothing else. When Tom Brady vouched for you twice in New England and in Tampa Bay, he got you a Super Bowl ring and you didn't do crap the whole season, but you got a Super Bowl ring. Congratulations. Cool. No problem. But the idiotism comes out in Antonio Brown when he don't get his way. I don't think it's mental health. And if it is, I would apologize to him personally. Bro, I'm sorry. You had a mental health issue. That wasn't mental health. He was a brat on the field. The coach said he asked him to go in. He wouldn't go in because he said he was hurt. So instead of that, he acted a fool on the sideline and left the sideline like a big ass brat. It was not mental health. He is an idiot. I said it. Book me. I'm out. The Mavericks got a good game.
Come on, be too real. What's
Is it my turn? Is it my turn? Listen,
Yep.
Yes, on you.
I'm done.
I'm gonna say it like this. So, one of the greatest comedians, Dave Chappelle, he said that to call somebody crazy is very dismissive. He said these are very strong people. Their environment may be sick. So I'm leaning towards that. I don't know what this man was promised. I don't know what this man was going through. I don't know what was said, but I feel like the antics that he's pulling don't seem like a mental health. I agree with you there. I think it's intentional, but it's to me seems like he's not going for the bullshit. That's what it seems like to me. Now, I see Jason saying he's another T.O. I don't see it being for attention.
That was a Mondo. That was a Mondo.
Both of them said it, but T.O. never quit on his fucking teams either.
Right. I don't see him being a T.O. I don't see him being a T.O. I see him being an Antonio that is not for the bullshit. And it may be my generation that feels that way, but
I see what you're saying.
It may be my generation that feels that way, but I'm just leaning towards that. It's not a mental condition, but it's a violation of maybe his manhood. You trying to check me or something? I don't know. He handled it incorrectly. Don't get me wrong. He definitely handled it incorrectly, but I don't think that it was mental instability or nothing like that. I think it's I'm not going for the bullshit, and y'all not gonna do me any kind of way. I'm gonna leave like this.
But this is my whole thing. I said I was done, but it frustrates me so, man, when you see us and we act like this on national TV, and people have a perspective on we all act like this when we don't get our way. Okay. That's what I think that's bothered me the most, okay, that he did what he did because he wasn't getting his way. It ain't the NBA. It ain't Major League Baseball. This is a truly a team game, man. And if you don't get your way, you just quit on your team. I can't get past that, bro. I just can't get past it. You just can't quit on your team. And you quit on your team on national TV and you acted like a clown doing it.
Well, let me say my little piece. I think Antonio Brown's one of the most talented receivers that I've seen and then played the game. I mean, that's one thing that I can say about Antonio Brown. I've seen him do some great things on the field, and I can't take that from him. But at the same time, being one that played football and always been a part of organized sports, even though baseball is an individual game but a team game, they still rely on you in baseball. So, and I say that because in baseball, one thing about baseball, everybody has their own position, and they're all responsible for doing their job at that particular one position that they play. That's only one player that goes to bat at a time, not the whole team. The one player goes to bat. So, but it's still called a team game. So with Antonio, again, I don't take anything from him, but I look at his antics at Pittsburgh. I look at his antics at New England. I look at his antics at Las Vegas. He pouted because he could not wear his own helmet. He made a big issue because he could not wear his helmet. Well, making a long story short, what happened? They got rid of him. Then he goes over here to Tampa Bay and pulls this stunt at Tampa. No, he goes to New England. I think he played one game in New England. Belichick was not going to put up with the antics. Then he comes to Tampa Bay, regardless what was said, what was done, and how you did. I'm going to tell you what crazy is. Crazy is when you don't show up to a game. Crazy is when you're sitting in your house with a gun to your head and are disturbed. Let me say disturbed. But one thing about Antonio Brown, he knew what was at stake. He knew how many yards he needed for this money, how much. So it wasn't that he wasn't aware what the situation was, and he was aware enough to where he got up that morning and got dressed and went to the game. So somebody mental is somebody that's doing something without being aware of what they're doing. Okay, this man knew full well what he was doing. But because you don't get your way and you take off your uniform on the sideline, when I first saw that, guys, I thought when I saw it, I was just kind of looking at TV. I said, boy, Antonio Brown is out there before the game, without a shirt on, hyping the crowd up. That's what I was thinking. Then I looked, this was in third quarter. This dude is doing it during the game while players be, and not only that, see, Mike Evans went over there to talk to him. He didn't want to listen to Mike Evans. So you already had in your mind, I'm going to quit on my team. I'm gonna piss on this team. I'm cutting and you ran off the field. Now, with that, what just took place, I doubt if Antonio ever play football again. But it's because the decision he made. No one else made this decision. He made this decision. And I'm like Chris. I think he's just a pouty little brat. When he doesn't get his way, he kicks and scratch and pouts and say, I'm going to take my basketball and I'm going home. I'm taking my football. So, yeah, I agree with, who is this? Yeah, right here. Trackhawk say AB is a prima donna. He's a drama king, drama queen. And we've seen it. So, I mean, it was pathetic seeing that. I was more pissed than to feel sorry for, because who are they, right? I've never seen that in my life. But I'm not going to
defend them. I'm not going to defend them. It was a dramatic exit,
God.
but I don't feel like it's a point of I want this and I can't have it, so I'm leaving. I just don't think it's that simple. I think it's more variables to this particular story that we don't have all the pieces to. But
true.
I at the point of the knowledge that we have now, I just think that he wasn't for something that they was trying to make him for, and he thought it best to leave again. But I do think he'll play, Marcus. I do think he'll play again. If you got you got Josh Gordon.
No.
You got Josh Gordon, who is addicted to narcotics. Okay. Gonna be he's on everybody's team.
He never embarrassed himself on national TV either.
Right.
Chris.
Never did.
Failing multiple drug tests is not an embarrassment to your personal character. That's not
embarrassment. Evidently, he didn't think it was.
But he must got the greatest agent of all time because he keep giving them jobs.
Hey, man,
and that's why I say AB will find another job, just like T.O. He embarrassed himself.
And you know what?
all those antic players, they found jobs.
But everything like that comes to an end. Now we don't even hear anything about Josh Gordon. So you can only do it so many times. So versus you doing what you need to do to further your career. So you can only do stupid is what stupid does. That's just where I look at it.
Didn't Josh sign a contract?
Say that again.
Didn't Josh just sign a contract with somebody?
Stop it! Don't tell me that.
I think he did. Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Well, and that's shame on the team. If he embarrasses a team, that's on the team.
He played for the Chiefs right now.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, he played for the Chiefs.
And like I say, we're not holding. I mean, like I said, this is just our opinion. We don't have any facts on Antonio Brown, but this is what we do, man. It's like barbershop talk. It's just like the women at the beauty salon. Y'all talk too. Y'all be talking all the time.
I need to get a cut, bro.
So that's basically. So let me see what Jesse said. He's been insane since his sophomore year when Vontaze on the Bengals. Yeah. But yeah. You remember he took that big hit against the Cincinnati Bengals.
A lot of people have been saying that ever since that hit, he's been a different kind of dude. But I'm like, but that's why we got the position on the sidelines that's not affiliated with teams will notice things about players and pull them off. Okay, he's never been pulled off a field for anything mentally. Okay, so that's why I'm like, man, that dude's fine.
Yeah. And like I track out, like he said, he'll play, maybe not in the NFL, but he might be arena football. He might go to Connect. I don't know, but somebody probably want to take the chance on him. But it's an embarrassment to Tampa Bay to see him pull that stunt that he pulled. I mean, it is. So,
what next subject? I don't even want to talk about him no more.
So again, man, like I say, we're there now. I mean, that's pretty much we covered all the topics, unless you guys have something y'all want to talk about. But we was talking about the Hall of Fame. Me and Chris were talking about this Hall of Fame situation, how there's so many that they're overlooking, and now they have DeMarcus Ware. I think, Chris, you mentioned somebody should be on there, and who was that you had mentioned?
I was saying that DeMarcus Ware is up for the Hall of Fame this year, and I'm sure he'll get in. I said that Harvey Martin has never been up. Ed Too Tall Jones has never been up. As Cowboy fans who grew up in that era, I mean, this guy, they went to multiple NFC championships. They went to 2 Super Bowls. Okay, they won. Both Harvey Martin and Randy White shared the MVP against the Denver Broncos.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember that.
At one point, Harvey Martin led the NFL. He had the sack record, okay? This guy he was amazing, okay? But since Harvey is passed on, and people don't talk about him anymore, okay? But still, even Too Tall changed the game with the batted passes. Defensive lineman didn't even try to jump up and batted the pass until Too Tall Jones did it.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of Cowboys that should be in the Hall of Fame are not in the Hall of Fame. I wish, Darren Wilson, yes, Jesse, Darren Wilson should be there too. But this is what I don't understand, how our players get overlooked so easily, okay? Just like how Drew Pearson, I had a buddy say Drew Pearson cried his way into the NFL Hall of Fame. I said, no, he did not. Drew Pearson made you aware that he got. What happened.
That's right.
That's what happened.
Closed mouth don't get fed.
Exactly. So good luck to DeMarcus Ware. I hope he make it. The more the merrier, the Cowboys in there. But I think a lot of our older players, man, have been overlooked. Okay, like the Harveys and the Too Talls. The Darren Woodson is not in the older player category, but Darren Woodson, without him, I don't think we win championships. He was the leader on that defense. He was the Troy Aikman of the Cowboys defense in the 90s. Big hits.
Yeah, he trained up Roy Williams.
Yes. Okay. So he was covering T.O., okay, as a safety. All right, people forget that. Look, I'm a Cowboy fan. I've been doing this shit a long time.
I know you're right, bro.
I don't do it for fun. I know. Okay, so Darren Woodson is a Hall of Famer. I know, B. I'm messing with you today, babe. I'm trying to make you smile, baby. I'm trying to make you smile.
So the question been asked. The question been asked again. 21 Amondo says starters or no starters this week. B, what you got, B?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and roll with the crew on this one. Go ahead and let them offensive starters go in, and defense. I think we could set maybe one or two of them. Set down Anthony Brown, and put in Joseph. Okay, so that
Boss
Brown
man
can
fat.
get a little rest. Listen, Brown needs a little rest, for the playoffs. He's one of our star athletes. All due respect to Anthony Brown. That's sarcasm, by the way, guys. I feel like we need to play our offense. Dak, Zeke, Tony, everybody, and Dalton Schultz. They said that Blake Jarwin should be back this week. And if he is, then put him in the mix. Let's see what he got.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris? Well, what I miss why Chris is doing that. I'm gonna say, yeah. Offense definitely has. We got to get our chemistry. We got to get our chemistry together, man. I'm just so baffled how 1 week we're running on all cylinders, then the following week we're not. So yeah, in the words of Jimmy Johnson, play their asses, So, but I would probably set more defensive players than I would offensive players. But my offense is definitely going to play.
All right. Well, I've answered this question earlier, Armando. You wasn't here yet, but I think everybody in there. So I think Greg Zuerlein should be starting at quarterback so he can kick from fucking 50.
Stop it.
On my damn nerves. I'm sorry, we didn't talk about him yet. But anyway, I think all the starters should play. I think they should play the whole game. I just believe, man, I don't like sitting players. I really don't. So I just want them. I want them all to play. Let's kick the Eagles' ass. That's what I want.
Okay, Trackhawk say he want to see TJ Fasher. Ooh, Reckham Tech, but I don't know, man, because I think he's on a practice squad, man. But this guy's a big kid, man. I was wondering what was going to happen to him, man. But man, we had another kid, man. I don't know if y'all remember. I watched him at the Oxnard. His name was Osiris Mitchell. Came out of Mississippi State. And I thought he was gonna make it, but we so deep at receiver, man. I just don't know if these guys gonna even get any playing time. So, but yeah. So Adam says sit Zeke.
No, he need the most work.
Well, yeah, because I mean, who you gonna put in there? Corey Clemens.
Put like this. Who would you want more in the playoffs, Zeke or Pollard?
Pollard.
Okay, so
ooh, that's so disrespectful,
well,
man.
No, don't get me wrong. Even hold on, let me clarify. Okay. Let me clarify. Even though I hate his Ohio State running back, everybody know I'm a Michigan fan. But Zeke, okay, he is the man when it comes to blocking and everything like that. But when we need that explosiveness, we do need Tony. Okay, I don't think Tony should start over Zeke. That's not what I'm saying. But I need that explosiveness. Zeke doesn't have that explosive gear anymore. Okay, and it just came really dramatic this season. You know, I mean, we all got eyes. We see it. We don't want. Sometimes as Cowboy fans, we don't want to admit it because we love our players so much. Okay.
yeah.
But it was the same thing. Remember, they used to bring up should Barber start over Julius Jones, and I was one of those. No, don't start him over Julius.
I was right. I was with you.
And the reason why is because, as in baseball, when you start the closer, who gonna close the game? At the time, Barber was the closer. Okay. I consider Pollard the closer. That's what I think.
Okay, that's the thing. And I look at our running backs as the thunder and lightning. I say Zeke get the short yardage and see. I said that way when we had Felix and Barber. I say you let Felix get the long yards. We kept trying to put Barber on the long yard, but he's a hard runner and he's good for two or 3, 4 yards. Same thing with Zeke. He's good for 3 or 4 yards. But Pollard is going to break a 10-yarder and he's going to hit the hole a lot quicker than Zeke will. So, again, I think let them play. Let your offensive, like I said, our whole offense needs to play. I'm sorry. They need to play.
Everybody gonna play but Tyron, so we know he hurt, so ain't nothing we can do about that.
Yeah. Well, Greg the Leg might get cut if he keep doing what he's doing. So, but guys, we almost at 9:00, man, and we weren't expecting to stay this long, man. Yeah, we supposed to win an hour, but that's what we do, man.
It's the first show. It's the first show.
So yeah, man, we done went 2 hours. Oh man, but it was good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Real quick, Trackhouse said we need to clean up. Oh my gosh, you're right about that, brother. We need to clean up those penalties. They killing us with the penalties, man. So. Right. But I want to just say, man, thank everybody for being a part of, man, this Cowboy Huddle, man. And this is some me and the fellas we had thought of, and we're going to start doing this on every Wednesday. What's Up Wednesday? We'll be doing the recaps of the previous game and the previews of the upcoming game. So we're going to try to do this every Wednesday at about the same time. We won't try to keep you as long, but, we're just having fun with this, our first time doing this. So we done got caught up at the time, but we won't hold y'all as late next time. But
one thing I'm gonna tell everybody how they can follow me on all the platforms.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I'm Dallas Cowboy Chris. On Facebook is just Christopher Lee, and on Instagram is Chris 1969 Lee. Those are 3 you can follow me at.
There you go. And here's ours also. We got this one. You can follow us on the face. We got 2 Facebook pages. Dallas Cowboys on Deck on Facebook. And we also have a page, Dallas Cowboy Huddle on Facebook. So, guys, we're going to be bringing you guys all kinds of information, man. And we'd love to hear from you guys as well, man. We'd like to bring some more of you guys on as special guests as well. You got anything, B2 Real Harris?
Man, I just want to say, man, this is the only fan-based, DFW-based Cowboy Nation talk where we can talk how we need to talk, get our opinions out, because a lot of these platforms, they be the other fans, as Chris say, saying why we lost, why we ain't gonna win, why Stephen A's right, why this and why that. Now we got a voice, and we just expressing our voice, and I really appreciate the perception from Chris and from Gary G, the #1 fan.
Number one.
So hey, let's keep it up, fellas. Wednesday, what's up Wednesday? And a hot topic segment. It was real nice this week. And we're gonna do another one next week, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
Okay, guys.
Hey,
that's great.
Hey, once again, man, thank you, man. I enjoyed myself, man. I never had so much fun, man. I appreciate the invitation, bro.
Hey, for sure, man. Like I said, I've been watching you on TikTok, man. But you and I, we done got together and did some things together, anyways, as well as B2 Real. But I know you guys and y'all passion for our Cowboys, man, and that's what I want. I want to have those individuals that have such a passion, that was born like this, not sworn like this, but born like this. And that's what we want to keep the environment. This is how we want to have the environment. And, we're going to keep bringing information. We're going to get good topics. We'll probably go on over into the off season, to training camp. It's whatever the people want to do. So, and we might have to get 3 tickets to go out to Oxnard this year.
Yes.
I'm with it.
Yes.
I'm with it.
So, guys, I appreciate everybody. So, again, guys, just be ready for next Wednesday, which is What's Up Wednesday. We'll be coming with some more topics. We'll talk about this upcoming game, and we'll be talking about the playoffs. So, let's get ready for this playoff, man, and let's make this run. And it's the Cowboy Huddle, baby.
That was Cowboys for life.
That's right. Like I
We'll
say.
see y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen, Dallas Cowboys. Deuces.
Yeah.
Peace.